Nobody. Hey guys. We just waiting on a special guest. Hey y'all. Hey. So today we are talking about business credit, business funding, and the real scoop on these conferences. Hey Brittany.
Hey,
Hey guys. So
hello everyone.
this this is Brittany. She can introduce herself to y'all.
Hey y'all. So my name is Brittany. I'm a former travel nurse, now full-time entrepreneur. And as you can see, my name is Biz Credit Brittany because I help aspiring female entrepreneurs and business owners get funding.
So today, y'all, we're gonna be talking about business credit and the real scoop on these conferences. Everybody be wanting to have a conference and do a conference. So we're gonna tell y'all the real scoop, y'all.
Oh yeah. I love conferences because it helps you connect with like-minded people. Look at me trying to find a filter. Go ahead. Carry on.
So y'all, last weekend we went down to Houston and we went to the Women CEO Project conference. And I would just say, I don't know about Brittany, but for myself, it was probably the best conference I've ever been to, hands down. I know that I have a lot of friends that have gone to conferences and sometimes begin to shy away from going to what they call fake women empowerment conferences because they've had a bad experience or they know someone that had a bad experience. I did not go into it with that mindset. I went in with an empty slate and she over delivered on that conference. What you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say I said the same thing. I feel like the way she had the conference made me feel like she was thinking about me, right? You could tell she has her ideal client down pat. You could tell that she caters to her ideal client, right? For me, I like to do luxury things. So just by going on her website and seeing like the champagne and seeing like just it's a warm feeling that I got from just her website. So that just tells you that her branding is on point for her to be able to get somebody who don't know her from a can of paint to sign up for a expensive event. Like it was just amazing. Just everything, all things luxury is how I would explain it.
Yes, definitely. So she had different, so we'll kind of break down, like she had different packages. So there was ultra VIP, a VIP, and general. So I have been following Women CEO Project for a few years. I love her page. I love her content, the value that she provides. And I totally agree, like her aesthetic, like it gives luxury. And so I saw her, she's always promoting her conferences. And I said, this year, I think I'm going to go. I read on her website, like the things that she would go over with the VIP or in the ultra VIP. And so I was like, those are some things I feel like I need right now in my business. And so I signed up and I remember telling Brittany about it. And she was like, okay, I think I might go. And, and what happened, Brittany?
So what happened? My thought process, I went saw the prices or whatever. I was like, okay, that's different for a conference. Like I ain't gonna pay that much for a conference. But then I started thinking about it and I was like, you know what? This is educational. This is gonna help me grow my business. So first, number one thing, I can use business credit for it because it's business related, right? Second, it's a tax write-off. So I was just like, hey, it's the end of the year. I've been looking for some more tax write-offs. Why not go and take a luxury trip? Okay. Stay at a 5-star resort, meet people, get more clients, because I might find my missing piece at this conference. I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and spend this money. And I'm glad I did.
Yes. Is the volume really low for anyone? Oh, y'all can't hear? I'm sorry.
I hear you.
Okay,
Maybe it's
I hear you. You
let me see.
sound good. I
Okay.
don't know if your volume on your phone is low. But so we did the Ultra VIP tickets where we got to go and we were there for like 4 days. I know me just driving up to where we were staying. So we stayed in the only 5-star Diamond Hotel, is that right? In Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, Tyra, and I was just impressed at just driving up, like the area that it was in, where what it was attached to. Like it literally just like your mindset just goes to another place. Like it's
Yeah. Yeah.
go ahead.
That, and also like when I do stuff like that, it's funny thing. One thing she said, she was like, you have to know yourself and know what you need to keep you going, especially in business. So for me, I like to take trips. I need rest. I need to do lavish things. I need to fly first class. Things like that help me not only, you know, relax and things like that, but it helped me like light a fire again. So oftentimes as being an entrepreneur, you get fatigued, right? You working more than what you worked when you work for somebody else, it's more. I don't know if nobody ever told y'all that, but you're gonna be working more, right? But you still have control of your own time. So for me, it's just finding, you know, little things that help me keep me lit and help me keep me going. And so having the luxury of being able to experience something that's luxury is one of my things that I found. I didn't know before I was able to pay for it. I didn't know I like luxury stuff. Then I got us some money. I was like, oh, I like luxury stuff. So yes, Danny, I agree.
Oh my God, y'all. So for me, and this is not like a flex or a brag, it's just talking about the conference. And again, we're talking about the Women CEO project, her conference that we just came off of, the Global Power Tour. If you don't know who she is, go to her page, check her page out, follow her. The
Yes.
conference was amazing. Hands down, the best conference I've ever gone to. But the hotel that we stayed in, it was a 5-star diamond hotel in Houston, and it literally motivates you. Like after staying there, I'm like, I don't want to stay at another hotel because not it was totally luxurious, but all of the staff that I encountered was so nice. They were helpful. They went above and beyond to make sure that they took care of us. The room, Brittany, talk about the room.
First off, y'all know how y'all see stuff on people's on movies or stories where the little curtains, they you press a button and the curtains come up. I have always wanted, like, I don't know if am I the only one that has always wanted to experience that? Look, I be seeing, you know, I follow people on Instagram and I see them opening their curtains with a button. I'm like, I want to do that. Right. So I don't have those in my house. So when he were showing me, you know, the things of the curtain opening and things like that, I was like, yes, this finally I can experience this. Finally, I can wake up and press a button and just open up my curtains and I can see a view, a beautiful view. And it just gives you a feeling of like, you know, this is a manifested moment. I manifested this. I subconsciously manifested because I seen it. I desired it, but I didn't know that it was available to me until now. I'm like, dang, I manifested this. So that hotel was amazing.
Yeah, we still on the hotel. So the hotel, we arrived, and I know as soon as I checked in, I checked in with Christy. She was checking in at the same time. Super nice, super sweet, very down to earth. It was not standoffish. When we got to our room, they brought up champagne immediately from her. We received a note and we had champagne.
Mm. It was different, like a whole different experience, like a whole bottle of champagne. Like, who out here doing that? Not a lot of people. But go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that part, that day when we arrived, we just had the opportunity to rest, and enjoy the hotel, enjoy where we were staying, and we went around. I know I walked around with Phil and Milo, and we were looking at cars. Like they had some, I think, Rolls Royce and Bentleys inside of the hotel. And I was just like, okay. They had some shopping. There was a boutique on one end. There were several restaurants attached to the hotel, very nice restaurants. So we just spent some time kind of walking. The pool area is beautiful, but we just had time to just relax. We didn't have to go, get up and like, oh, we got to go to this event or do this. Like check-in day, we got to relax.
Exactly. I love that. And what I would say about most events, I think a lot of events that I've been to didn't allow a space for relaxation. And being a business owner, entrepreneur, whatever you are, that's very important because you don't want to have to take a vacation from your vacation. So for me, you know, a lot of us squeeze that into like a vacation when we travel. So when you put the rest part in there, it just make it so worth it.
Yes. Yes. So she really, really, really outdid herself. Like it set the bar up here, right? So we got there to the hotel the very first day, and we're like, I know I went in with a blank slate. Like I didn't know what to expect. I see her on social, and it looked like it would be a nice time, but I didn't know. I'd never been. So getting there, like I was like, okay, the bar is here. She set the bar really, really high.
Mm-hmm.
The second,
Definitely.
what did you think about the second day?
The second day, the coaching.
Yeah.
So listen, it was amazing. When I tell you, I was writing. First off, we had it at this nice restaurant. When I tell you, the man came by and filled my champagne glass up at least 4 or 5 times. Like every time I was finished, he was already filling my cup up again. I'm like, how am I learn? I'm trying to learn, and I'm, you know, keep it coming though, but keep it coming. But yeah, so he was not, you know, the food was great, but what really was amazing was the teaching, like the coaching. She literally took her time, and like I feel like she put so much thought into it to figure out what business owners are missing and like what's really keeping you from getting to 6 figures, 7 figures, and you know, just addressing what you already have and putting in what you need to have in order to get to where you want to be. And I feel like she definitely gave me some homework, and I'm just so excited to just implement. I've already started implementing.
Yes. Yes, y'all. So literally the second day we were supposed to spend 6 hours with her because we did the Ultra VIP. We were getting group coaching from her. It was very awesome and amazing. We received group coaching from Christy. And we were supposed to be there for 6 hours. I feel like we were there like 8 or 9 hours, and
Yes.
the whole time she was teaching, and it was not fluff. You know how you go to events and conferences and you walk away and you feel empowered, you feel motivated, but then you're like, okay, but you didn't really learn anything.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was not fluff. She, honey, for one, she gave us we had gifts waiting on us. I wish I
Yes.
could show y'all the bag,
I
but
forgot to
the
even talk
notebook.
about the gifts, girl. Everything else was so good. Yes, the gifts. At it seemed like every day she had a different gift for us.
She did.
Multiple gifts. I'm like, where am I put all this stuff? Oh my goodness. I
My
love
bag at home was overweight.
Yeah.
That's how much stuff she gave us.
Mm-hmm.
The gifts she gave us, but literally we was just writing, and almost really no question was off limits. Like whatever we wanted to ask her, we had the ability to ask her in that moment, and literally like pick her brain. And as I said then, I was like, I feel like I owe her more money. Like,
Exactly. Especially for that very first days, like that was worth, you know, the majority of the cost of the conference anyway. If you think about her pricing, that was worth majority of the conference. I'm like, then you still at a luxury resort. Then you get to meet, like, it was like literally basketball players, coach. My husband was
yeah.
taking pictures with the basketball players, getting autographs. I'm like, they hit a rest. Bothering these people. So it's like it's on top of the value she provided with the education part. Some people would have just charged you $6,000 to come to the conference because they know they're gonna give you the information, but to put all the other stuff into it as well, I think that was just top notch. Yeah, I won't be going to any more conferences other than Christie's. Well, I won't say that. I'm gonna just say they need to up the bar a little bit.
She raised the bar so high, and I honestly, I don't think anybody can not even compete with her. I don't think anybody can raise the bar any higher than what she just did with that conference.
I don't either.
Period.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could do it better. Like she paid attention to the very small details.
Mm-hmm.
She paid attention to like the smallest little things, and they, as she said, everything matters. You can tell that everything mattered to her. She really wanted us to feel good about coming to her event. Not only like come spend your money with me, but I want you guys to not only take away the valuable information, but also to feel like I care about y'all. That's how I feel. Like she really took her time and really wanted us to feel thought about and cared about. And that's how I walked away feeling.
Exactly. I agree. I agree. I wouldn't say that that was the only conference that ever taught me anything. I would say that was the best experience I've ever had.
Yes. I would say the same thing because I've been to some smaller conferences where I learned a wealth of information as well. But as far as the everything overall package, the knowledge and the experience, the aesthetics, the feeling, that was the best conference for me.
Yes, listen. I may have to have events one day, but listen, she gonna have to be my coach. I'm gonna say, I'll pay you to teach me to have events like this.
It
How
was
much you gonna charge?
it was top tier, guys. Like I can't say that enough. So the third day was the VIP dinner. But again, going to this conference, like I've been to events and places and conferences where it feels like you don't rest. Like you go, as soon as you get off the plane, you're going, 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 going. And nobody takes into account that, yes, I'm coming to this conference to learn, but I need a little bit of downtime. Like, give me a moment. I felt like we had just enough time to rest, to kind of recoup, to kind of digest what we just learned or just the experience from the previous day in order to get ready for the next event. So the third day was the VIP dinner, which was amazing as well.
Yes, and
What?
it didn't start until like 6. Like you were saying, we literally had, so we came Wednesday, got the rest, do whatever we wanted to do. Thursday, we had a full day of coaching. We ended it probably about 3 or 4, which we still left us that night. And then we didn't go back until Friday that night, 6 p.m. So you had time if you want to go on the town in Houston. Like me and my husband went out to eat and things like that. So yeah, like you said, she left space.
Yes.
Oh, and
So
at the VIP dinner too, we got to like, what is it called? Network.
yes, yes. So it wasn't like work, work, work. It was like networking, talking to the people that were at the table with you. Like some people were getting up, talking to other ladies that were there. So really like being intentional about networking and connecting with other ladies that were there. She probably did it on purpose. She kind of mixed us all up. We didn't know anybody that we were at the table with, which is a good thing. So it forces you to talk to people and get to know them, what they do, and see how you guys could connect and work together or collaborate or whatever it is, because they might provide a service that you need. I think one of her clients that was there, Jessica, we actually signed up to work with her, and we're meeting her tomorrow. But
Okay.
her from Christy's page.
That's good. Yeah, so I can speak on that too. So I was actually able to connect with 5 ladies. You guys know I do funding. So either I connected with them to be able to come and help their clients do funding, or some of them were just like, look, I need funding for my business. Can you help me? So I was just so amazed. And then also I was intentional about finding someone who does grants. And it just so happened that one of the speakers help people with grants. So I was able to make that connection, and I will be referring my clients to her for grants, and she will be referring her clients to me for funding. So
Mm-hmm.
had I had not went to that event, right, I wouldn't have all these connections now. More clients are going to be flowing in. So I really would say, I paid $6,000. Again, remember, I didn't pay any using my own money. I use business credit. It's going to be a tax write-off. I got a luxury trip. And now I made connections to bring in more clients and serve more people.
You cannot be that. So conferences are not for implementation time. It's come, get it, go home, implement, and it's used as a sales event. So even though we did get sold, right, there was some type of offer. We had enough time where we could implement. Like the after our coaching session with her, we were able to implement right away. We were able to go home because we had all of the rest of that evening, not only to relax with our families. Brittany relaxed with her husband. I had Milo and Phil there. But we had all that evening and the next day until the next event, which was the VIP dinner, where we can actually implement what she taught us. So we had downtime to actually implement.
And it gives you space too. Like if you go implement and then you come into like a problem or a question or something, then you still have her there the next day to say, hey, I did this, but can you help me with this? Can you tell me a little bit more about that? So I like that too.
Yep. So the final day of the actual event. So mind you, we have spent 3 days just kind of in awe on cloud nine from being in a hotel, this hotel that was nice, luxurious. Like our husbands running into basketball players. My son, I don't know how he know what a Lamborghini is, but he do.
Milo won a Lambo for his birthday.
He's
not a Lambo.
The Lamborghinis. He gets to touch the Lamborghinis. Like my baby was just in awe. So we spent 3 days just, really up here, right? We get to the conference and it was even more amazing, just like literally like the cherry on top.
Yeah, for me too. Go ahead.
The vendors were amazing. We got to kind of mix and mingle and talk to some ladies again. A lot of ladies that we've known from social media, but we never met in person, and connect with other ladies that were there, and then also go in and connect with the vendors that were there. And she had some really amazing vendors that I was able to utilize. What about you?
Yeah, I would say the same thing. One thing I liked the most about the conference was just seeing people's different like speaking styles, because I know one day I want to start speaking too. And I was just kind of seeing how they speak. Some people did this, some people did that. And I was like, oh, okay. And just listening to other entrepreneurs, women, most of them were Black women. So it was just amazing to see so many Black women operating in excellence in their area of expertise. And it was great for me too. And we got another gift, that we had another bag with gifts in it from all the speakers too. So I was like, yes, all the gifts, all the speakers. And Chrissy put the icing on the cake with her coaching, because she literally laid it out. I mean, you could follow it from point A to point Z. With business owners, it's important to get your systems in place. And that's something that I've been trying to, go from being a worker to being a CEO in your business. And literally I have like notebook full of information that's going to help me do that.
Yes. And there she kept, because she was giving us a lot of information, she kept telling us, reminding us, I want you guys to put on your CEO hat and know that you don't have to do all of this stuff. You can get somebody to do this stuff. And she blew my mind when she talked about how she hired people. I was like, oh my God.
That was the icing on the cake. That would save so much time and weed out so many people. Look, I've been up here having all these meetings when I could have just nipped the head in the bud and just got to the right person.
Yes. Yes. So if you've ever wanted to go to a conference, we're talking about the Women CEO Project on Instagram. The name of the conference was the Global Power Tour. We're just kind of breaking down, like, talking about the conference and how amazing it was, like real information. And the best part about it, like, you can use business credit.
Business credit. And it's a tax write-off. Don't forget, take a luxury trip on the government's dime with other people's money.
It is a business expense. Every single day that we were there, we were conducting business. We were learning, getting educated. We were networking for our business. So it is a business expense.
That was just one of the best ways I've used, other than flipping business credit to make more money. I love to be able to invest in stuff like that. Like, look, I'm ready for the next one. When the next one, Christy? I'll be ready. Let me get that Amex.
Hey, if she would have released tickets for 2023, I would have purchased my ticket right then, right there. Like I'm going next year.
I'm
We
definitely going.
something else with her anyway in 2023, but hey, we're going again. We're going back.
We are going, y'all. I'm telling y'all, listen, business credit can be a life changer. I am a firm believer that it's what it's what creates a level playing field for a lot of us that comes from humble beginnings. So a lot of people are, they misunderstand about that. So we're talking about using it for a event that's going to help us elevate our mind. So that's what makes it a business expense. So yes, you can use business credit for that. So the reason why I'm okay with using the business credit is because I know I'm going to make that back off of the information I learned. I'm going to implement it immediately, and I'm going to get a return on that. So I'll be able to pay the credit off.
So what is some of the takeaways that you got from the conference?
From the conference, oh my God, so much. Let me get my book.
I'm gonna say the first,
so much.
And this is, I guess, is like our insider, but shaking the tree.
Oh yes, oh yes. Shaking the tree. Go ahead, Danny.
Shaking the tree. So Christy is like, always be promoting your business before, after, before, during, and after. Right. And she gave us this analogy, which is where we got shaking the tree from. But don't be afraid to promote your business. Don't get to the point where you feel like, oh, because people know me or they're loyal to me, that they're just going to come and open their pocketbooks and give their money to you. She said, you still have to be nurturing your audience, providing value, feeding the hungry, I think is what one of the speakers said. For information and for knowledge. Give it to them, right? Give it to them. And stay promoting your business. Like, if you're not promoting or talking about your business, who else is? So don't be afraid to go out there and get on people's nerves about your business. That was one of the things that I learned.
So for me, I learned that too. And that was one of the major things. That's why I'm going to start going live more, because a lot of people just don't know me. They don't know I'm as, what she said, they don't know you are as smart as you are. People don't know. They might say, oh, she just pretty. She just whatever they say. But I'm very smart, and I can help you get to where you need to be. So I like that too, shaking the tree. But also, one of the takeaways I had was plug all holes. That was one of the great ones, because sometimes I feel like, when you're in the hustle and the bustle, you're going through your day or whatever, you'll release a product, and then, you move on and release another product, all in the same genre. But sometimes the people who bought the product can kind of, slip. Like, you haven't been nurturing them, like you said. Maybe I could send more emails to follow up. Hey, I know you bought the product. How did you like it? Do I need to improve on anything? How can I better serve you? Now that you have this product, what else would you like to see from me? So what I'm going to start doing when I release the product. I'm just going to automatically have a follow-up email asking those questions and just kind of just plugging the holes.
Yes. So somebody said, I got my first taste of business credit from listening to your session in the 5-day challenge, Brittany.
Okay. Girl, yes.
Yes. How has business credit helped you in your business?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, listen, I tell everybody, business credit is what helped me retire from nursing. Okay. I didn't have a whole bunch of money laying around, but I had some credit. Right. So I got one Airbnb. Danny here is my mentor. I got one Airbnb, got it furnished, kind of like the things going. Started accepting people, and then with that same credit card, that one credit card, I went and got another Airbnb, did the same thing, another Airbnb, did the same thing, another Airbnb, did the same thing. Now here I am with a 6-figure Airbnb business because I use business credit. So for me, I use it for everything. I use it to pay the leases, I use it to pay utilities, I used it to furnish. Like, I do not touch my money for Airbnb at all. I do not. So for someone who don't have a lot of money, maybe trying to retire from their job, that makes it an even playing field. Now you can start to see how it's possible for me now, because you think that a lot of business owners come from wealth because they were able to establish wealth, but really you do not have to come from wealth for wealth to come from you.
Hey.
All you need is access to credit, access to the money. That's how I feel. How you feel about credit, Danny?
Hey, that is one of the things that helped me to explode my business. Because I literally, people look and when they figure out, like, they're looking at how I was able to go so fast. Business, using other people's money, business credit, um, helped me do that. Like, just having the obedience, faith, and other people's money helped me do that. Like, before I knew it, I looked up a year later and I was like, oh shit, okay,
How
damn.
many, how many years?
Too many.
A lot.
Over
A
40.
lot, a lot. And what a lot of people fail to realize, that everybody want to start investing in real estate. Well, you may not be able to go out and buy this house right now. Start with a credit card and get you a couple of units. Do some rental arbitrage for a while. Like I said, scale it to see. I have a 6-figure Airbnb business. Danny has a 6-figure Airbnb business. We both telling you to do it off credit. You may have to start small before you can just jump out the gate, right? So that's why I would say start small, and that's the way to get into real estate, of investing without, what our mentor said, control everything, own nothing.
Hey.
Use other people's money and other people's property, and you building wealth, and you don't have to, fix all this stuff and stuff.
Yeah, I love business credit. I can't live without it now. Knowing what I know now, like, it'll never be a time where I would not utilize other people's money. Literally just a few days ago, Brittany helped me get 5 credit cards. 5.
I don't know if I want to apply. Girl, you got good credit. We're not finna just sit here and look at no 7-something score and not do nothing with it now. You gonna have to do something with it. Your credit score is not to be just looked at.
Yes.
So who told us that? It's to be used.
No lies.
It's a tool.
And the
they came so fast.
American Express don't play, baby.
They don't. Yes, honey. Listen.
They do not.
Now, and then just another gem. She did that with just one LLC. Danny has 9. Just saying. If she wanted to do that with the other 8.
Brittany, when is your next class?
My next class, I have a webinar coming up on the 22nd. Right now it's $77, but the price increases daily. So DM me the word. I don't.
Oh, Brittany. Okay.
DM me the word Black Friday.
Okay. Your phone have kind of went out. You
can hear me?
Now I can hear you.
I know my phone dying. Hold on. DM me the word Black Friday, and I'll help you. I'll give you the link for my class. But Danny has a momentum tour.
I do. For people that missed our 5-day challenge that want to learn about Airbnb, you can join us if you want to learn. If you're brand new, or if you already got units and you're stuck trying to get them booked, trying to find more units, how do you find profitable areas, how you do that research. So if you're interested, join us. It'll be November 19th through the 23rd, and the link is in my bio.
Yes, that's gonna be a good bit of information. 5 whole days.
Yeah. I always like to, us nurses, we always like to over deliver. So, honey, yeah,
definitely. And I just want to just give Danny her flowers. I was a nurse and I saw her doing Airbnb, and I reached out to her. I was like, hey, you're doing Airbnb, how is that? Can you teach me? And she was like, I'm not teaching anybody right now or whatever. So I literally stalked her page, y'all. I stalked her page for like months, and she dropped I did not know she was in close to me when I met her. I met her when I was on a travel assignment, actually, when I started following her. I just so happened to move to Maryland, and she just so happened to be here. So I saw her drop an event, and I was like, she in Maryland. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and pay for this. Because I was like, in my mind, I already knew that I was going to be her mentee, but I was waiting for her to let me be her mentee. So I had already, like, God had already spoke to me and was like, that's going to be your resource to what you need. Right. So I was like, okay, well, you know, she don't want to be my resource right now. So what I'm gonna do? So she finally dropped the thing, and I signed up. And when I tell you, I got so much value out of just spending one day with her. Like, literally every time she would drop something, I would just sign up. So here we are a year later. I have a 6-figure Airbnb business now, and it's because of Danny. Danny has helped me so much. So that's why I would say, y'all, just get into the momentum tour. They always give more than required. Always. So definitely sign up. Oh, she
Yes.
said she signed up for the momentum tour.
Thank you, Nurse Trina. I cannot wait to, y'all, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
And
But
then Nab say, do you just apply for all different cars? Nope, you have to be strategic.
y'all, I had to call her. I can't sit up here and act like, no, I had to call her. So I don't try to, I stay in my lane. I call Brittany because business credit is her lane.
Thank you, ma'am. But back to these Airbnb. So what's next, Danny? After Momentum Tour, are you doing like any I know a lot of people been trying to get like turnkeys and things like that, but that's only for your people right now. But
Yeah, so honey, we are working with some phenomenal people that helps us locate and find like really great properties. A lot of them down in Texas, Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio. Some of them are even offering us like free rent.
wow.
Yeah, $1,000 off rent. So for people that are looking
Explain that, because the people don't be understanding. When they say free rent, that means you got a whole month to not only list your unit on Airbnb, go ahead and start accepting guests making money before you have to pay rent.
yes.
That's
Yeah.
a game changer.
Immediately you get a return on your money. Immediately. Before you have to pay anybody anything. Like that is a huge, that's huge. Like I don't go in and pay whatever prorated rent and then this whole month is free.
Mm.
I don't know about anybody else, but that's free money. That's like they paying me.
I know that's right. Look, that was one of the advantages. I was able to work out with my first Airbnb. I was able to get a month of free month. And when I tell you, becoming a business owner, you're already kind of, you sometimes you don't really believe in yourself and things like that. Yeah, you may have the credit and things like that, but you still you probably say, well, I wonder if it's gonna book, right? So even if you get that first first month free, that gives you the opportunity to fix whatever needs to be fixed before, get some bookies in, get some confidence in, and it just really helps you ease that stress and things like that. That's what it did for me. Did it do that for you, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, knowing that I didn't have to immediately, because that's one of the questions I get asked all the time. What if my unit doesn't book? Sometimes you may have a little slow period, but that's the thing about having good credit and business credit. I always tell people to have some type of reserve. So don't go and spend all of your money and then you don't have anything for just in case, because just in case could always happen. If you're didn't book or the first person book and they destroy the unit, those are like the most common questions. What if I get a unit and nobody, or what if I get a unit and somebody destroys the property? I always tell people to have reserves. And for me, my reserves is business credit.
All day. All day. My reserves is business credit as well. I'm about to go ahead.
Another gem you got from the conference.
It was so many. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get my charger.
I will say, asking for testimonials.
Oh, yes. Oh, definitely.
asking for testimonials from people that you work with, because sometimes people they're just excited about the service and or product. Some people will, they automatically like, oh my God, I want to write you a review or give you a testimonial. Sometimes you got to ask people. They forget and they're excited. And for us as business owners, those testimonials, those are like receipts, right?
Yeah, and it's hard for, like, I know for now it's so much clout on the internet. I don't sign up for nobody who ain't doing nothing for people for real. Cause I don't waste my money with all these people. So you may be very well doing stuff for people, but people like me, if I don't see it, I ain't signing up. I ain't even finna pay for it. So,
and that's the thing. Do you guys, a lot of times when people, do you want to be the first person that buys something? A lot of times we don't want to be the first people that buy something. What is your thoughts, Stephs, with carbon monoxide and Airbnbs? Do you think it will affect on your business? Will people not trust Airbnb? Also, is there a way? I have not, I would have to look into that, like someone actually dying from carbon monoxide poisoning. So that's something that I would have to look into. I have not seen that in the news lately, so I'm not sure if that's something that just recently happened. But the thing is, as a business owner, having business insurance is one thing. But then also Airbnb has insurance. But cases like that, those are probably rare cases. But I would have to look more into that to give like a really educated answer on that.
I was gonna say, don't they have some kind of like monitor where
You
you
have,
can test the carbon dioxide in the unit, so that would protect?
yeah. They should. So I'm wondering if they didn't have this. A lot of the smoke detectors now come with the carbon monoxide detectors in them as well. So I don't know if it was a house or apartment or what. But if it's too recently, was it a house, apartment? You got to know all the logistics behind what actually happened.
Mm.
Do you guys recommend continuing to fund out of pocket until I have the business credit?
I don't recommend funding out of pocket, but you have to do what you have to do. But just check me out and come to the webinar. I probably can find a way for you to get business credit, even though you may think that you don't have anything to leverage. I may can help you leverage something. So just text me Black Friday.
DM her the word Black Friday and she can
Oh,
help.
yeah, DM me. Look, I'm talking about text. Like, we on the phone. Y'all can tell I don't be going live. She said they were international property. Yeah, I can see that being, yeah, because they don't have like rules and stuff over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see, I can see that happening internationally. So,
What else? I would say another gem that I learned is just having a team and delegating from the conference. Having a team and delegating.
I can't tell you how much a team helps me out so much. It's a lot of stuff that you just well, for me as a business owner, taking control, trying to release control of stuff, because I be wanting stuff done the right way. I be wanting my clients to have the most excellent experience. But in order for me to be able to show up and to coach my clients, which is my calling, my gift, and using my knowledge to be able to help them, sending out emails and sending out invoices and things like that, I just can't do everything. Like, I just have to operate in what I was supposed to be doing, what I was called to doing. So now I was like, okay, it ain't that hard to send out an invoice. Let me write down steps, exactly what you need to do. Okay, log in here, do this, then send this to this person, do that. So the SOPs that Christy was talking about, really starting to write those things down and just have it to where people can stand in for me and do exactly how I would want to do it, but somebody else is doing it. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you guys hopping on with
okay.
a conference that we attended on Instagram. Her name is Woman CEO Project, and the conference is called the Global Power Tour. And we're also talking about the significance of business credit when you are starting a new business or you're already in the journey with your business up and running, how important business credit can be. Like Brittany said, she leveraged her business credit to even go to the conference.
Yep. A luxury trip. on business credit.
And another thing I would say, a gem that Christy gave, and also Jessica, I have to shout her out too, is I am shy by nature. I am not like a person that just opens up immediately. I have to like, I'm not, I wouldn't think I'm socially awkward, but it takes me a moment to, I have to feel people out, like up on energies. And so if something doesn't feel right, it's hard for me to open up, but I just have to feel people out anyhow. So one of the gems she talked about when she is networking, she said like she has to kind of warm up to the room,
Mm-hmm.
is wearing something that'll make people come and say something to you.
Mm, yes. Yes. I love that. I love that piece too. Because now that makes me want to like go get something that's like stand out, that will stand out, like something bright, like a bright color or some nice shoes.
Yes.
That is so smart.
Yep. So I knew for the conference, I wanted to wear a bright color where even if people couldn't remember my name, they can say, okay, the girl in the green, right? They can remember the girl in the green, because I know that I am shy. I'm not just going to go up and talk to every and anybody because that is just not my personality type. But if someone comes and says something to me, okay, then, we got an icebreaker and we can talk. So that was one of the gems that I got too, as far as networking as a business owner, because you definitely need to network.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely.
What I suggest starting an LLC for your Airbnb. I don't have a business yet. To build business credit, does it take a long time? Like personal credit, does the business? So I would definitely say have some type of business entity, whether that's an LLC, S corp, or C corp. But the most common that people get is the LLC. So definitely you need some type of business entity in order to do rental arbitrage. How long, Brittany, is business credit like building personal credit?
Mm-mm. It's not. It doesn't take as long.
Mm-hmm.
So what I like to tell my clients, just have something to be. So if you have something to leverage, it'll be a lot easier. You can leverage personal credit. If your personal credit is good, you can get that. That's the sexiest way, the quickest way. You can leverage business revenue, but you said you don't have a business, so that would be out. And then the third way that takes the longest and costs the most would be to not use your personal credit at all. This for people like who have poor credit, poor personal credit. You can just build it through the tiers. There are also lenders out there who will lend to you with poor personal credit. We don't usually go with them because there's a reason why they lend into you. They're gonna have their interest rates are gonna be sky high. But I said all that to say, no matter where you are, you can build business credit. You can start an LLC, and you can get funded.
Okay, and before we go, we're gonna wrap it up. So I would say, Brittany, what importance does personal credit have on building business credit quicker than just using your EIN?
So with the importance of personal credit is because especially for people with new business or whatever business you have, it just shows some skin in the game basically. Like when you go with on the personal side and go and apply for an apartment, you can't just walk up in there and say, hey, I don't want y'all to run my credit, but I'm gonna stay in your apartment. It's the same thing. You have to show me something. I want to know how you pay people. Do you pay people back? Do you pay them on time? I want to know that when I give you $50,000 that you're going to pay me back. You're not going to run off on me. You're not going to run off on the plug. So that's why it's important, personal credit. And like she said, you can get I'm pretty sure 5 Amex cards. That's almost probably 6K right there. Almost, if not. I mean, that's just one company. There's multiple companies out there just like Amex that would allow you to get multiple cards in one day. So I would say it's very important. I would say just always fix your credit. But Danny, I know you said something the other day that personal credit kind of tells a little bit about yourself and how you feel about things. So how you feel about personal credit?
So I had to learn that being a nurse, we six-figure travel nurses, right? And people are always so shocked that nurses have bad credit because they see and they know that we make good money. And I had to learn from my mentor that I had to learn that a lot of things, money is spiritual, your personal credit is spiritual. It says a lot about what you really think about yourself. Because if you're making six figures, why you can't pay your bills on time?
Why you
Why
don't pay that?
cards out?
Yes.
It says a lot about you spiritually inside, like what you really, really at the core feel about yourself, because there's no reason why you're making all of this money and you're not being responsible with your credit and people that are extending credit to you. So again, we can argue about it on a different day, but money is spiritual. I had somebody come on a live the other day and basically said, I can't start because I don't have the resources. And I said, you don't have the resources because you just told yourself that you don't have the resources. So you won't have the resources. So for me, again, it comes full circle. Money is spiritual. Your personal credit or lack thereof is really spiritual. It says a lot about the inside of you. You can have on the pretty face and the clothes and everything, but you're walking around and you have poor credit. Why? When you make
Exactly. And another thing I'll say to that is that, yeah, even if you have bad credit right now, credit can be fixed, y'all. It's okay. Like I heard someone say that a man is made and unmade every day by his daily choices. If you want better, choose better. Wake up and choose to do better. Start paying people back. Start doing, it can be fixed. It's not an end all be all. My credit 450. Well, it might take some time, but it can be fixed, right, Denny?
Mm-hmm. It can definitely be fixed. And a lot of times what people don't understand is the way that you deal with money has a lot to do with how you were raised and what you were taught about money. So a lot of stuff, it is just ingrained in us, and all we know about it is what our parents told us or what our family told us. So if you grow up and people tell you, oh, credit cards are bad. Money is the root of all evil. You hear all of these bad things about money and credit. That is just ingrained in you, and you have to learn and you have to unlearn and relearn new information. So I'm not trying to attack anybody, but you just got to sit down and analyze your relationship with money, your relationship with your credit, and you got to, like Brittany said, make a choice to do better.
Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, it's all on you. That
Okay.
parent never taught us. She said, but gorillas, y'all listen to her. She got money.
Hey,
I don't sing that part. When I sing that song, I leave that part out.
right, you can get so much further using credit than trying to utilize your own money. I have talked to back home people that are real estate investors, and they're using all of their own money, and it's taking them 9 months to flip a property. And I'm like, just go get some credit cards, go get a line of credit. He's like, well, no, I don't want to use nobody's credit. I'd rather pay for it. You could have had that flip done in 3 months, 4 months, and you could have put it on the market and made your look at how real estate was just going. He could have made so
And
much money.
it also buys time. I'm sorry. My phone a little delayed. I wasn't trying to cut you off.
No, yeah. So
It buys time. If you get a 0% interest rate card, that's basically free money. That buy you a whole year. The max that, and guess what, y'all? Business credit does not play by the same terms. You do not have to keep 30% utilization. You can max that sucker out, and nobody's gonna know. What is saying that nobody's gonna know?
so
Nobody's
what
gonna know.
for business credit, Brittany? Are they looking at the same things like with personal credit?
Huh?
Are they looking at the same things like when they're looking at personal credit, like you maxed it out, or
They don't care. As long as you're making that minimum payment, as long as you don't default, as long as you pay them something. Now, that's for most, like, don't do that for Capital One Spark. Now, that one reports to your personal. The Spark card, stay away from that one. But all the other ones. See, I gave y'all a gem. Y'all was finna go max the Capital One Spark out, and then y'all was gonna be messed up.
She just gave y'all a free gem. So we really are going to get off. I pinned the comment DM Black Friday to Brittany. If you want to learn any more information about business credit, she having a webinar. Get your ticket while you can, because what's going on with your tickets, Brittany?
They increase daily. I told y'all. We already up to about 100 people, so it
Join.
increased daily. So the first day it was $27. The second day it was $49. Today is $77, and tomorrow, who knows what it'll be.
Get your ticket while you on here.
Get your ticket.
Grab your ticket if you want to learn more about business credit and how to use it in your business that you have. But we are going to hop off. Thank you, Brittany.
You're welcome. Thank you, Danny, for everything. Love you.
Y'all go follow Brittany. Click up,
Go follow me.
Up here. Follow Brittany. Also follow the Women CEO Project and go to her conference if y'all can go next year.
Definitely. We're going to be there.
We'll be there. All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.